What is up, guys? It's Layer here, and welcome back to another World of Warships gameplay. And today we are in the Tier 7 Russian battleship, the Lenin. And yes, the Lenin is back. But today it is not a Kraken video, nor a Kraken Cuck video, nor a video about how I managed to beat the world's record for most damage in the ship. Today we're going to talk about a video of how I managed to survive this long, was how or how much or how long I survived without having my team on this side. And we're going to talk about how I use this video as a more of a tutorial on how you're supposed to use your survivability and HP, along with the limited repair kits and health kits I have with me. Right off the bat, you can see 4 ships are targeting me, excluding the destroyer that I can't see, of course. But I have three battleships, 1 cruiser, and then you have the destroyer. But the destroyer is not there yet, right? So right off the bat, right, I am reversing. Now, you're probably wondering why you're reversing, kiting away. Most of your videos, you always say don't kite away. And you might be right there, but the way I'm kiting away is angling myself and positioning myself so I am limiting how many damage output I am going to take. We get a Citadel there. Now remember, I gotta angle myself right back because I do not want to take a Citadel. Remember, the Lenin is a vertical ship, right? It doesn't have to show its broadside to fire unless needed, right? So, Massachusetts showing his broadside, he probably doesn't care much how damage I'm getting off him. Why position myself into a situation where I have to push forward when I'm kiting away and shooting at the same time? Now, like I mentioned, my teammates are nowhere near me. At first, I was thinking maybe they're just flanking or they're doing something that I don't know, right? But upon watching the video again, without regards to how I was positioned, this map respawn, or this map spawn, of course, is going to be to the right of me, right? That sounds funny to say, finishing 3 rights in a sentence with right. So, the spawn is to the right of the mountain, and that means that the Atlanta, I believe, and the shore we had, I think that just went down, went straight forward and tried to flank the other team. Now, the other team was well aware of that flank because they also spawned on that side, which led to me to be in this situation I am. Now, I have to have the situation awareness that my Atlanta is most likely going to go down. This Massachusetts still showing its broadside. And I have about 4 to 5 ships wanting to sink me, of course. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to use this mountain right in front of me as cover from the Simpon and I believe the Bismarck. And as you can see there, the Bismarck pushes forward, or yeah, that's Bismarck. Bismarck, pushes forward, shoots some HE there. We Citadel, the Massachusetts, that still believes that going broadside is going to give him all 3 of his turrets the maximum firepower, of course. And unfortunately, right there, we thought was going to be the finishing touch, but we managed to get about 16,000 damage there off that Massachusetts, and he still lives to see the light. Now, this Simpon is, a really good battleship. I would say a really good Tier 6 battleship. One of the best Tier 6 battleships out there. And I don't want to go broadside against the Simpon. Simpon is really known for giving you that, you know, devastating damage output for any ship that is broadside. So I don't want to go broadside against the Simpon. I did want to finish off the Massachusetts at so badly, but I know that, you know, surviving this long, I just can't take the risk, right? Atlanta went down. I'm the only one left on this seaside. Now, am I holding him off? You could probably say I'm holding him off pretty well. Now, remember that team that was flanking? My team that was flanking that side? Well, they're gonna try to flank me back, right? And it's gonna be the Baltimore that I believe that flanks me back. You're going to see right now I'm spotted. Like, what the heck? How am I spotted? Oh, oh no. You know, I get flanked and I'm just like, oh, two guns. At this moment, I realized my third gun was destroyed. I was like, oh yeah, they destroyed my third gun. That's right. But it didn't really matter for me that much because, I mean, 6 guns, 406mm guns, right, you know, in the front bow for me. Not much of an issue. Now, if it was, you know, one in Alta bow and the other one in the Alta and bow, then we would have probably had an issue there. But as you can see, it's just 2 guns in the front, about six shells, 407mm guns, I believe. So it wasn't really much of an issue. I believe those were the Akatsuki torpedoes that were launched. But just, I knew that that was going to happen, so I reversed back. And I'm going to take a shot at this Baltimore. He's sort of giving me a broadside. I don't know how I didn't citadel him, but we do manage to get 12,000 damage there. I know the Baltimore could bounce about 15-inch guns. I'm about 16-inch guns. So 407, yeah, about 16-inch guns. So I should be able to outmatch his armor. But, you know, I don't know, probably RNG there. God, I was really getting damage there. We do manage to, at the end, get like 20,000 damage right there. So, pretty good there. Akatsuki appears, and we're going to take our ship and go forward now because I don't want to get torped. I have to survive this long. And I want to survive longer, of course. Simpon is going down. Another ship that you just don't want to show your broadside because your citadel is easily penetratable. Now we do have the Fletcher in the smoke. How do I know it's a Fletcher? Well, it's the only destroyer with 3-second guns, and it's the American. So I knew that Fletcher was hiding in the smoke. Of course, the Akatsuki does not shoot 3 seconds, or does have 3-second guns, so I knew it was an Akatsuki. And I just saw it a second ago, so I knew it was a 3-second gunboat. Akatsuki, or did I say Akatsuki? I meant to say Akatsuki. Did I say Akatsuki? Azuki? Wait, no, I said Akatsuki. Yeah, I just said Akatsuki. I'm a little confused in the head right now. A little tired. But this Bismarck is going to go down. And the pro about this ship is that it's able to turn itself small, like right there. I'm still stuck on that Akatsuki. It was an Akatsuki. Okay, there, we're good. All right, so the pros about this ship is that it turns on a dime whenever you need to. As you can see there, we avoided those torps by making ourselves small against the Fletcher. You gotta also remember that this ship has limited repair kits, so whenever it's set on the fire, you gotta use them wisely, of course. We are in a 6v3 situation. Aggie detected. I know instantly that is radar from the Baltimore. Baltimore is within about 10 kilometers away from me, so he should be nearby. Now, we have smoke right here. What does that mean? Destroyer. I mentioned that earlier. Destroyer, the Fletcher. Now, what is this Fletcher going to do? As a DD player, I have acknowledged that whenever you feel like you're going to be threatened, you run out of your smoke and, kite away as a destroyer. Of course, that's normal for destroyer players. You're going to want to wait it out and wait for the destroyer to do an error. Now, what's the error that this Fletcher did? Number one, why would you shoot your guns? Possible answers for that could have been it got radared by the Embra, or sonared. So there's the answer for that. Now the Fletcher's trying to run away. Is it going to get away? Unfortunately not going to get away, as the Embra is going to finish it off. Would that change the outcome of the game? Is the Fletcher still survive? Possibly. I wouldn't lie, the Fletcher survivability here was really important for this game, as well as my survivability for this game was very important since the Massachusetts was still alive. And I left them with about 8k damage left, about 8 to 10k. Now, I still have HE loaded. I don't want to switch. Don't switch your, don't switch HE to AP. Keep your HE and just get rid of it. Load it or unload it onto another ship, like I did there on the Baltimore. I must say the Lenin HE is really good, as we get 6 shells penetration right there. We set 2 fires on the Baltimore, and he damage controls that, so I could have easily just kept the HE there, but we're going to switch to AP, maximize our damage output there. And now, one of the reasons why I'm turning is I expect torpedoes this way, and voila, the torpedoes are going to come. So as a DD player, you expect these movements from a destroyer point of view. So it's nice to play destroyers and play other classes, because we get a knowledge and a point of view of what you're expecting from another player, correct? Now, you gotta remember every ship plays differently, so you don't want to play one battleship the same as one battleship. Every ship has its different play style and potential, and what I'm doing here is trying to maximize the potential of the ship, which is the Lenin, without sending myself to port in the first 2 minutes of the game. That usually happens to me, but in this video it didn't, so yeah. But we are detected. That's the destroyer. We're trying to capture the flag here, and we do assist that. Our Bismarck has other plans, of course. It's a brawling ship, and it's trying to go for the kill. And Akatsuki is just an area denial ship. So it's going to get about, I think, 2 to 3 torpedoes on that Bismarck. And yeah, look at the Bismarck. It went from full health to about 1/4 of health right there. Now for us, we have to avoid these torpedoes. You gotta remember, these torpedoes are about 10 to 12 kilometers. So we have to at least make a distance for it, or at least going to make, ourselves small to avoid those torpedoes. Now for this Bismarck, he luckily gets to see the daylight again. But for us, we had a really good game. I just want to show you guys this video and do some commentary on how I managed to survive this long in this game, knowing that, for some other people, you're probably wondering, you could have been easily sent back to port. We do get top of the leaderboard here with 2,132 XP, beating the Akatsuki that got 3 kills for their team. Really good play for the Akatsuki. He played it definitely how every Akatsuki player, or not definitely every, but what, really good Akatsuki player could use that ship. We have 118 damage there, 2 citadels, 3 fires. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.